Howdy ho, everybody. It's Gleekon, and I'm here again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thanks a lot for joining me. We just finished the novel Warcraft Duroton in the last episode. That one's cool, and now we have some kind of things that are happening in the last 20 years from a non-canon perspective that we're going to look at over the next week on the side lore, but we also play through the game every single quest possible. We're in the middle of Blasted Lands. Last time we actually did win. We defeated Teramis with a group of cool people, and we won the roll on the loot. Actually, I don't even know if anybody competed with me, but I got it, and I was able to turn in the perfect Dranithist spheres and see a cool little, I don't know if you'd call it a cutscene, but an NPC action that I've never seen before. So you can check that out at the end of last episode. Today we're going to continue the journeys. We'll talk about what we're going to do in the episode. Stay a while and listen. We take Lee Contestant at level 60. Retribution Alliance Paladin into Blasted Lands. I anticipate this is going to take us 3 more episodes. Of course, we are beholden to the will of RN Jesus and the other things in the game. We are done with. We still have a little bit of collection. We need 22 brains and 28 Vulture gizzards. We have 18, so we need 4 more brains and 8 more gizzards. There's a Basilisk right there. So we're going to be in competition already, it seems. That was part of what I meant when I said we were going to have some RNG element, because who knows if we will succeed or how stiff the competition will be. So that was pretty cool. I've never done that before on Classic, maybe not ever. Gotten this guy's Dranithist spheres. Out of it we got this 6 demon bag. I don't know that that's actually cool at all. We have a dazzling mithril rapier recipe, which we already knew. We have a short sword of vengeance, which is actually worse than the Juno's mercy that we already had. So, nothing really great as far as rewards go. There we go, we got a brain of that bad boy. I say, okay, we need 3 more brains. Yeah, they're out in force right now, farming these basilisks. That's annoying. We also have to farm gizzards. So, if things dry up too much, we can start the Servants quest today. We could consider it. So that's what we have. We have the stones that bind us, that mission. The Servants quest, my hope is that we get that done today. These guys are dead, so this is what I mean. We're getting near the end of the week. I don't know if people are prepping for raids or however that works, but it is. All systems go. People are out here farming. This is what happens when you try to do this zone. You saw me do it over the grinding for these guys over the weekend in the morning. So I think things went a little better. You come out here on a weekday night with all the little chodes out here, and this is what you get: non-stop squads of people farming for raid buffs, I guess, is what's going on here, but it's just trash. I'll go ahead and get this mithril while I'm up here too. There's another Basilisk hopping down there. So the goal for us is to finish this zone today. Not to finish the zone, to finish these stupid quests. Once we finish the little Servants quest, if we make good time, we'll finish that today too. Once we finish that, it's going to send us out into the world. We have to go to a couple different places. Ajara is going to be the main one we have to go to. Pretty sure. Once we do those, we'll talk and turn some stuff in. And then yeah, we're going to have to go to Ajara. And there's a couple quests in Ajara. I think that will be completed over the next zone. Over the next episode. So in a couple days on Wednesday, because tomorrow I'm going to make a Patreon episode for what should we call it? Assassin's Creed 2. Sorry, my wife was texting me. I was trying to make sure it wasn't important, but she's just talking about my husky is eating my chihuahuas food. It's not normally been a thing. Normally the chihuahua is like a little boss, and she will like yell at the husky and bark at him and get his face if he tries to eat before her, and he just ignores her but she acts very dominant, and we have to keep his food high to where she can't reach it, but he can. But he's never really messed with her food before, but lately, the past few days, now she has recently switched over to big food. Okay, we just hit a gizzard. I don't want to throw this citrine. I guess I'll throw this venom. Once we finish one of these things, it'll be easier. Anyhow, yeah, I don't know what the what's going on with those pups. I don't know if it's if he's trying to show dominance, if he likes her food. It's that change in food that now he's like, oh, this one's kind of good. She also used to be like ravenously, as soon as you put her food, the same thing, he used to do it too when he was a puppy. Ravenously, he would scarf up his food, and the second that you put it down, this is the lame stunt. But that, you know, you get to a certain age, and then he kind of just, I mean, maybe this is just my dogs, I don't know. Because when I took them into doggy daycare a little while back, when we went on vacation a few months ago, he stayed at like a little dog hotel or whatever. It's nothing fancy as it sounds. Where he had basically like a big old kennel, an AC house, tons of other dogs around. The yard, they took him out to play in the yard, so they said a few times. There were some like dog pools, and they said they were going to charge an extra $10 or $15 a day or something like that if your dog wanted to go in the dog pool. And I was like, well, he doesn't really swim, but you know, whatever. So they're like, well, I'll tell you. They're like, oh, we'll tell you what. We'll, if he decides to go in the pool, then we'll charge you. So apparently, the dog decided to go in the pool. I don't know.
Inventory is
okay, there you go. We are now at 21 brains. Let's need to scrap some. I guess I'll get rid of this buzzard beak. Okay, we only need one more basilisk brain, and then we're done with basilisks. And oh, we were at 26 vulture gizzards. I was wrong. I missed that second stack. So we only need two more. We need one more brain and two more gizzards. Not too shabby. Okay, makes me feel better. We have a bunch of basilisks right here that spawned, and there's vulture right there. Like that.
I can't carry anymore.
Leather helm. Neat. An intellect spirit. Like that's like, I guess a druid healer or boomkin style. I guess it's neat. Yeah, so that is anyway, what I was
inventory is full.
What I was fun to say was, so after we finish this zone, then we'll go, once we get to a jar, you have to get 20 crystals. Doesn't take that long, probably take around 10-ish minutes. That's not the hard part. The much harder part is you have to do some traveling back and forth and walking around the zone. That's not too bad either. The hard part is we're going to have to kill this elite. I think there's actually an elite demon we have to kill first. We can probably solo that. I was able to solo all my other characters.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, that doesn't really mean much, but sure, I was able to. Once I kill one, then I can start. So maybe I'll do that on this episode. My guess is that next time we're gonna be able to wrap up all this stuff. I might need help with the Hydra. I don't really know how that works. And then we're gonna be looking for a... There we go. Alright, so basilisks are now done. So we can throw anything else that's basilisk related, and we just need 2 gizzards or vulture. And we're done. So I do feel a lot better now about the RNG element. I will take us up to... I'm gonna wait for some of my rare blue drops I got and just see anyone is interested in those. So I won't sell them. I'll sell the greens. We do have another green we can turn in. This is what I was looking for. Floating gizmo buzzards. So then, yeah, so that's my thinking, is that Wednesday we'll do that. We're going to do Assassin's Creed, probably Sequence 5. I don't know. There's a lot of Assassin's Creed missions. We did that mostly last time. Hopefully we'll finish those and get Sequence 5 kicked off on the next episode. And then, that means Thursday, what we'll do is sit around and try to get a group. On. I don't need the Shimmering Basilisk Kale or these hearts, because no, I'm not killing Basilisks. So I anticipate being able, unless we have really bad luck, of course, like we could get stuck and stranded and not able to finish on Wednesday the Hydra quest, or even the Demon quest before. Because there are these steps in the middle. And then I will be able to start shouting out a zone, whatever, help quests before we start recording, so I'm less. I do have some hope that I can beat those other two mobs, or other two quests. I mean, there's a Basilisk quest, and there is a quest to defeat these other 3 elites. Neither one of those will we be able to solo. We'll need a party. Probably more than just even a couple. We probably need a full-on party. So then that means Friday we would be able to start prep work, where we went and did the class quests in Western Plaguelands for her, for the Gleekins here. And then picked up whatever other quests we need for Sunken Temple. And then over the weekend, we will run Sunken Temple and then wrap Sunken Temple. That's my goal. So, also, we will probably get very close to wrapping up the intermediate quests needed. An intermediate side lore before we build up to the script for the Warcraft movie. So there's some in-game, there's some comics and little mini short videos. We should be able to cover all of those over the course of this week too, I think. Should mostly get done. So then next week we're going to kick it off, where we'll spend a few days of the week wrapping Sunken Temple. And then we will be in the final endgame phase. Our characters will be level 60. We will have our class quests done, except for any epic quests. We're just going to be doing endgame zones, hoping to improve our gear to more blues and maybe some purples, and
I can't carry anymore.
okay. We need one more. One more Vulture thing. Then we're good to go. One more Vulture poo. Guess we'll look up here. This is where we're just hunting Vulture stuff. I need to sell some of my things. Before we go turn in these quests, we will sell a couple, at least our trash. Okay, I don't know where there's a repair. Okay, sometimes our Vulture appears right there. There's one. Usually 2 can spawn here.
I'm out of range.
So we only have 1 right now. Okay, this could be the last Vulture. So this was a lot easier than I thought. How many episodes are we into? We just finished. This is our 4th. And the first one we were really doing stuff outside the zone, setting up. So it really took about 3 episodes. I had said it was going to take us 2 to 4. There you go. Got him. Why I'm taking that buzzard wing, it sells for nothing, but to be nice to others. Alright, we're going to go up and sell trash at the shop so we get a little room for our buffs. We're also then we need to go turn in the perfect. Actually, let's go turn that in first. This imperfect Dranithest fragment. this guy, so we have an extra one, and then we're gonna go up here, sell, and then we're gonna work our way out around the zone to get the all the stupid little beauty poos that we need to start working on the stones that bind us. Unbind the servants, the fallen horde people. One Draenei's junk. Ah, oops. Turn it in. Yeah, so he does something. Looks like. I don't know, but when we turn in the crystals, we're able to get a cooler. I can't open the bag right now because I don't have an inventory spot. We'll go up and open it in a mo. So, yeah, so that's cool. That takes us through this next week. Basically right as we hit October, maybe a day or so into it, we'll start Western Plaguelands, and that will be fun. We will get around 3 episodes of Western Plaguelands done. We will most likely need, let's just estimate, around 10 for that zone. Give or take. And there is no dungeon we're going to wrap that zone with. We're just going to explore. By then, so yeah. So that's going to be somewhere around 10th or so of October. We should be done with Western Plaguelands. Cool. Am I at the wrong place? Then get around 5 episodes into...
Looking for something specific?
Burning Steps. And... that's probably accurate. That is probably what it will take.
Safe travels.
15 spirit cloth boots.
See you later.
Yeah, my guess is it probably won't take us much more than 5. Might take us. And then, yeah, so that'll take us another week or so, and then that's where we will open up a couple dungeons. The longest one in the game, I've kind of been dreading it. Blackrock Depths. I want to give us multiple incidences to do that. I'll give us another week to do that. And then, oh yeah, we're going to go turn in all of these quests here. So this is going to be picking up and turning in all of the side ones. I guess agility is our best one. So let's go ahead and we'll do the agility ones last. So we'll do intelligence first, because that's the least important. The Basilisk's Bite.
What brings you here?
Have you returned with the requested organ?
Hello.
This is wondrous, Contessa. My offering to you is a taste of the inner workings of the Redstone Basilisk. Should the compound be to your liking, more can always be made. Right.
What brings you here?
So she gave me this buff, Infallible Mind, 25 intellect for an hour. So that was the Basilisk's Bite. So cool, we turned that one in. And we're also right now going to pick up Infallible Mind, the actual quest. And we are going to pick up and turn that one in right now. So if you watch, she says,
Hello.
Your focused concentration has dwindled so soon. More research must be done. Oh yes, the price remains the same, Contessa. Venture forth into the blasted lands and return to me with 10 brains from the Redstone, 2 Vulture gizzards.
What brings you here?
So if we go to turn it in, have you returned with the requested organs? Yes, yes, give me a moment and more of the compound will be ready for your consumption, Contessa. Take it, and Contessa, do not attempt to consume these experimental concoctions in rapid succession. Results could be disastrous. So you're not allowed to turn it in because she doesn't want you to have one. Okay. Increases the intellect by 25 when consumed. Lasts for 60 minutes. Okay. So that gives us... we've refreshed the buff.
Hello.
And now we can turn it
I'm
in.
listening. What brings you here?
But if you notice, there's now a 60-minute cooldown on that. So I don't know that we will be able to actually use them both in a row.
I'm listening.
Let's go with Vulture's Vigor now.
What brings you here?
Do not waste my time, Glee contestant. We have nothing to discuss unless you've recovered the items I have requested.
Hello.
Most excellent. I shall get to work immediately. Perhaps a cure for many of the ailments of the world is to be found. I guess your reward, of course. Should you require more of the gum, return to me in another task. You shall be given. This is Gizzard Gum. Sick.
What brings you
And now she has replaced our buff. Notice they don't stack with Spiritual Domination. And if you open up Spiritual Domination, she will
What brings
not let you
here?
turn it in. This quest is Spiritual Domination. I see that the inner fire has dwindled. Would you say the spiritual euphoria lasted an hour? If it's more of the gizzard gum you desire, then more of the gizzards I require. Back to the wastelands, Glee contestant. Do not return until you have recovered 10 gizzards and 2 jowls.
Hello. I am listening.
Do not waste my time, Glee contestant. We have nothing to discuss unless you recover the items I have requested.
What brings you here?
Perhaps one day I shall be able to isolate the active enzymes of this assay and produce a much more efficient result. Unfortunately, you will have to settle for what I am currently able to produce. Return to me should you require more gizzard gum. Now, I can't eat the strawberry flavored gizzard gum here. The cortex is best served chilled.
I can't
So on
use that
cooldown,
item.
if I remove the spiritual domination buff,
It's
it
not
does
ready
not
yet.
reset the cooldown, so we have to destroy the gizzard gum.
Hello.
But whatever, that is what it is. Okay, now put that in the old spreadsheet. This is Vulture's Vigor and Spiritual Domination. Turning in, picking up, turning in. Alright, I would say the Constitution is my least important of these three. The Boar's Vitality.
Good luck, friend.
Where are the organs, Glee Contessa?
Be careful.
The spirit of the Boar illuminates your being, Glee Contessa. I wonder, do you believe yourself to be as invulnerable as these beasts? This is a lung juice cocktail. He gives us the Spirit of Boar, 25 stam. And it says 100% grade A lung juice, freshly squeezed. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, and then Spirit of the Boar.
Be careful.
When I first administered the elixir, Glee Contessa, I could tell that 1 or 2 applications would not satiate your appetite. Even now I can see the hunger in your eyes. The concoction has addictive properties, of which seemingly the most strong of will cannot resist. So be it. Should you require more of the lung juice cocktail, venture back into the wasteland and find for me 3 blasted boar lungs, 2 Scorpok pincers, and 1 Basilisk.
Till
Ready?
next we meet.
And we will do that. Spirit of
luck,
the Boar.
friend.
Where are the organs, Glee Contessa?
Till next we meet.
I must warn you, Glee Contessa, do not attempt to mix the formulas I have created. The chemical properties of the formula you most recently ingested will always take precedence over the former enchantments, thus rendering the other formulas null. Okay, we're going to get rid of this lung juice cocktail.
Good luck, friend.
Good on us. Okay. Go ahead and enter those. Yippee. Boar's Vitality and Spirit of the Boar. Get these bad boys done. So it seemed like we were not making a lot of progress, but we really, truly were. Alright, let's go for the strength one, the Snickerfang Jowls.
Be careful.
You smell foul, Glee Contessa. Have you been traipsing in sulfur fields? And where are my components?
Good luck, friend.
How do you feel, Glee Contessa? You radiate with the aura of the Snickerfang. Your strength is unmatched by mortals. Unfortunately, with the components you brought me, I could only make enough of the assay for 1 tablet. I will require more components should you require another tablet. That gives us Rage of Ages. Buff. And of course we can do Rage of Ages.
Till
The
next
quest.
we meet.
Glee Contessa, welcome back. Seems you enjoyed the effect of the robust operational imbue derived from Snickerfang. Be warned, while the immediate effect is a titanic burst of strength, the long-term effects on your spirit and intelligence could be hazardous. With that said, do you require more? So bring me another 3 Snickerfang Jowls, 2 blasted boar lungs, and 1 Scorpok.
Be careful. Till next we meet.
You have the beast organs.
Good luck, friend.
There you go. Remember, use it sparingly. If you require another, come see me after you finish the one you currently have in your possession. That's ROIDS. It says robust. This is an acronym. Robust Operational Imbue, derived from Snickerfang. Gotta throw that bad boy off.
Till next we
Cool. And that gives us that. And let's go again, spreadsheet that one up. Snickerfang and Rage of Ages. So all that's left is this long behind chain right here. This is a pretty linear chain though, so it's not quite as long as, I mean, it's not going to require as many boxes. It's just going to be one after the next. And the Decisive Striker. Where are the organs, Glicantessa?
be careful.
Fascinating. This has been the most difficult of all assays to analyze. Take a pinch of this residual salt and place it under your tongue. You should experience a slight feeling of euphoria, followed by a state of unprecedented agility and quickness. And that gives you the ground Scorpok assay. Doesn't say anything. No special. They all have a special reward word, but not that one. And salt of the Scorpok.
Be careful.
You live. This is good news indeed. I assume you are back for more of the Scorpok assay. Very well, Glicantessa, back to the wasteland with you, and do not return until you have collected 3 Scorpok pincers, 2 Vulture gizzards, and 1 blasted Boar.
Good luck, friend. Be
Salt of the
careful.
Scorpok. Where are the organs, Glicantessa?
Till next we meet.
Fine work, Glicantessa. Here is 1 sample of the assay for you. The remaining 9 will be used in my research. Anytime you require more of the ground Scorpok assay, return to me and we shall work out a deal. It's a pretty raw
Good
deal.
luck, friend. Till
9
next
to
we
1
meet.
ratio. Alright, so we had 1 extra Boar lung. Cool, we'll destroy that. We'll go ahead and put some of these here. Excellent. So we have some extra bag space now, which is great. Yeah, I forgot I was supposed to try to send that off. Alright, now it's time for the killing. And also that gave us a buff called Strike of the Scorpok. But first we're going to go to the old Blood Maul compound. There are 2 of the Servants of Grawl. Grawl being one of the 4, or one of the 3 side servants that we will have to kill. Grawl is found inside that cave in Dreadmaw Hold. He is a 62 elite. He will wreck your shop. I've accidentally aggroed him before. And he is promptly destroyed me. So he requires definitely some help. So if you look around, there are ogres right around here. Maybe we can get by without fighting very many. But the best way to do this is to be safe. There's a crystal right there. The best way to do it is just fight our way in. No sense being crazy about it. We need to fight these dudes. Okay, so yeah, might as well. The way that you can lose this mission is to not be smart. There is the Servant of Grawl right there. We are also, before we start our travels to Ajara, we are going to hearth back to Stormwind. Because what's the best way to Ajara? I guess from Ratchet. And it's not much of a quicker flight from here to Stormwind, I guess. I mean, it kind of is. Ooh, look, there's a small thorium vein. Alright, so here's the last guy. Now, he might aggro on the servant. That's not really a big deal if he does. We did. We aggroed him. He's shooting me right now. Got hit with a curse. I do. Weakened attack power. I don't have a curse. Destroyer. See, he's throwing action. No, he's not. He's just working. Alright, so what you need to do is find your servants. Pull them. So notice they're all Horde members. Pull them over to fight them near this little crystal. 30 seconds on this stupid Curse of the Dreadmaw. I'm glad. So my goal for today was to finish this quest that we're on right now and finish all of this turn-ins, and I think we're so. I didn't anticipate. Yeah, this is. I don't know why subtraction of 20 attack power feels so weak. Alright, so now that he's low, he enters this form right here. They won't attack you. They get stuck at 1 hit point. They won't move for about 30 seconds, maybe 20. Then if you destroy that, it shoots this thing up in the air. And they will yell, freedom! Or it says, Servant of Grol's physical form is weakened. You notice the stone of binding near the creature is glowing. Strike. You can still loot them after. Now we have saved one of the 3 Servants of Grol. There are 18 total servants that you need to free. And the second one is on the other side, same deal. We got 2 out of that, that's nice. You could probably walk around the other side. I don't know that it's better or worse. You can maybe sneak around. If you have stealth, you could sneak around these guys. For us, we're just gonna be safe. I've learned through much suffering that the best way to do this is to just be patient and methodical. Not that hard of a quest. If you are patient and methodical, if you clear your area before each fight, it does make it take longer, but you almost have to treat it like a hardcore player or whatever. Do your business here. We'll be all good. There's our other servant of the Horde. That one looks like a Forsaken. I don't know, I guess they were using that. But the second crystal is over there. This is the only set of crystals that are actually spread apart. The third Grol is in this cave over here. They just wanted to get cute, I guess. All the other ones are... They're all like the 3 servants of Alistars are in a row right here, and the 3 servants of Savine or Sabine are all right here. All of the servants of Razlik all around there. See, there's the other crystal. I think we can pull this guy without aggroing together. Again, be safe, depending on the level. Clear that other guy first. Yeah, it's just a Forsaken Servant of Grol. Concept. Maybe they're a little tougher, maybe that's what it is, but... Oh, you know what? Part of it is I'm using my fire resistance from when I fought Aramis. That's part of why my DPS seems to be down. And then we destroy this crystal. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you continue to hit them by accident. Also, if things get hot, dicey, finally the agony ceases. Then you can, and you end up pulling them. Try to kill the other mobs first, but if you get, like, tight, you could kill the servant of whatever you're working on. And then let him sit there while you polish off another one if you had to. You have some time. You also, all is not lost if you don't kill them within the 30-second timer. I'm pretty sure... What you want to not do is kill them. So if you run out, because eventually they'll reactivate. Yeah, okay, so if they reactivate, then I guess we can... Here. Guess while we're right here, we'll go over to this one. This one, I guess, is, you could say it's pinch harder because you have to get into this cave. But it's really not. I mean, again, being careful, I guess we'll go for this guy. You have to fight your way into this cave. So fight a few mobs to get in there. There's that little servant I said, that little guy. The crystal's inside the cave. Hit me with the freaking curse. Increases my physical damage taken. 10 minutes. That is lame. Remove curses, that'd be cool. At least he's not hitting me with physical damage. That is going to definitely make this quest a pinch harder, but it is not... I said it's not so hard. So there are pieces that are a little trickier. We want to wait for him to pat back away so we can pull this, because now, especially with this curse on us, we can't compute. mean, I might be able to use... Do I have that juice still? I don't think so. I don't think I have my restoration balm anymore. Oh, good for us. Gotta... You know what, we could do food. Yeah, let's eat one of these bass. That'll help us a little bit. Alright, so when that guy pats back around, as you see, he pats back and forth pretty fast. We're gonna just quickly grab that other ogre. Pull him away, and then it'll all be... These little logs or whatever they were annoying. Looked like they were passable, but... So again, if you mess this up, just try to kill the other guy first and ignore him until you can get him one-on-one, then pull him back to his crystal. That's what I did anyway, because I messed this up a bunch of times. Or I didn't mess it up very much, but I made it more difficult than it had to be a bunch. So all is not lost. Again, get into that situation, just what you need to do is, yeah, if they break that stun and you're not by the crystal, you need to somehow stun them again long enough to break the crystal. Even if their green thing falls off and they reactivate, you can still destroy the crystal and kill them. What you can't do is if they run away, or if you kill them and then you destroy the crystal. If you kill them, they're gonna respawn. You have to wait for them to respawn. Freedom. That takes a long time. Alright. That's not really working. I'll eat this quail really quick. Alright, so we did that. Now let's quickly go over and get the 3 servants of Sabine. Those ogres are... It's probably medium. That's probably out of... If we rank 1 to 4 on difficulty, that's probably the 2. 1 being the easiest, 4 being the hardest. These guys right here are probably the easiest. These servants of Sabine. Kill them right now. There's a small thorium vein. What is this? It's a mithril that appeared inside there. That's when we're in Stormwind, I guess we can... We're gonna actually have to go to Warcraft 2. Oh, we got an aquamarine. Get a little, I do so much desk work, you know, sometimes I get a little, I don't know, it's not carpal tunnel, because that's wrist, that's in your wrist, but it's like, tennis elbow almost, but spreadsheet elbow. I try to get up, and someone said on one of the comments in my videos the other day, like, get a standing desk. They were talking about doing it for this game. I don't think I sit long enough. These videos right here that you see are the longest I sit down and play. But that's not really gonna affect my life as much. But at work, I don't know though. I get a lot of... Oh, we got another black vitriol. We have 2. I get a lot of steps in. Like I mentioned. I get... So... Or maybe they were saying that in comment to the need to get steps. That would help me, actually. That would buy me some more time. But I haven't really been having a hard time with that lately. I've been managing to get it all just with my side activities up and on the go. I do a lot of my... Like if I'm going to play games on my phone or whatever. Alright, so this is a medium, but this is a... First one's harder. The other ones are very, very easy. So there's our crystal. There's our servant. We have to just be very calm and clear out these guys. So this is... I don't know if you want to call this maybe the ogres are the easiest. This is tricky, though, because of that. We have to get smart about pulling these guys. We might not be able to pull only one. Okay, so... I'm just gonna try to be thorough, safe. We're gonna hit these guys where we can. If I can pull those 2, then I can pull him solo by himself. again, with the curse that we have on us right now, I don't want to... Okay, good. We were able to pull it separately. I had a feeling we would. Pulling this Darkweaver separate is going to be... This guy's just chilling there, though, the Servant of Sabine, so... We might look out. Stupid curse lasts so long. 10 minutes on curse is too much. It's like, what's your goal? What's your goal, game? Want me to not play? Alright, so...
It's too far away.
I want to pull him a little bit away so I don't fight the Servant of Sabine. Alright, so again, just be methodical and guys. Somebody else, I don't know the person's real name or whatever. It's someone that's been following me really heavily lately, so I appreciate you in the way that old Cuzzy, who actually just stopped by in the comments today, in the OG supporters from the beginning. That's always been a positive person with suggestions for the show, and probably my top, maybe still my top power watcher. But this new person, I really should do you the favor of looking up your character account, but I don't want to do it on camera. I don't want to blow up your spot. But they have been making a lot of comments lately and giving me a lot of feedback. And there's our second one. This is a Voidwalker, I guess. This is a Warlock. I guess we're gonna kill this one. These other two for this Servant of Sabine is much easier because they send us up the hill. No, I lost track of what I was saying. Yep, it'll come back to me. Alright, so here's the second Servant of Sabine. I can use it. Low on mana now. Second and fourth. Definitely get some of this off your brain. I do it a lot. I guess I'm going senile, guys. I would. I mean, the episode content would get pretty crazy. Will it be weirder and more off-topic and loopier than it is now? Probably not. Many people maybe wouldn't even know the difference. Alright, so we're gonna get our second one in here. Come on. Clicking's hard. Third one's easy too, yeah. So this is why I say this is the easy one. I don't know. This is probably second easiest because you can botch that first little area. Finally, the agony ceases. That's the second Servant of Sabine. I think we're gonna get to do it all today. All right, so this one, eventually, I think I don't know what this thing is. I kind of feel like this Altar of Storms that there is a fight somewhere. Dang it, we just pulled two. Right. With 20 seconds left on this buff. Alright, Pinky. See if I can get one down. And I can heal it, yeah. Got a roasted quail. Alright, so we should be able to do it. Man, I wish I could go back in the middle of a record and rewind it. Let's see. Let's drink one of these juices while we eat this quail. Someone hit me up. Oh, those are the buffs left over from when we beat Teramis last time. So that's good too. Unfortunately, Oh, you know, I was thinking we're gonna be zooming over to Ajara. I don't think that's gonna happen in this episode because I forgot about this demon if we don't really screw up, we should be able to get the demon today. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, that person, the person I was just talking about, one thing they mentioned, and I'll pivot over here, was that there are, I guess, supposedly a lot of classic quests that got added in Burning Crusade, like for classic zones, that were then also moved with Cataclysm. So they're ones that don't exist here, but they also don't exist in retail. So we only have two options to play those. One, we go find a private bootleg server. I don't know how practical that is. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not anticipating. I don't know. See, that person, what'd they do? Is this a portal? Does this open up to something? I don't know. But there was a dude that just ran up here and now they're gone. I sometimes see like level 60s doing that, zooping around the world. And I don't know what they're doing. Where are they going? Is there a secret path somewhere I don't know about? Are there secret tube technologies? Alright, now we're going to move over to the Servants of Alistarj. But what they did let me know, or what that did let me know is, hey, there are some quests we should look at. So if you look at quests right here, what does extended search mean? Let's take a peek there. That did nothing. Okay. I don't know. There might be a better way to find a list, not in Wowhead because, or Wowpedia, or Wowhead, either way, because it's not fully accurate. I want there to be a way that we can really look, because see, like these are all the ones that were added in 1.11.1, and there's nothing that is currently in existence, but we need the ones that aren't in existence anymore. Alright, so this set, in my opinion, of the four, this is the hardest set, because they are all... See, look, there's a Stone of Binding right now, ready to be clicked. We don't want to click it too soon. There's our Servant. So, the reason why I say this is harder is because pretty much every single one of these is surrounded by guys you have to strategically kill. All three of them. Maybe one of them is a little easier than the other two, but this is the area where I have... this is the only time I died from this quest. I don't remember which character I died on. I died on one time. Because if you are sloppy or rush, careless, you'll screw it up. So I'm going to try to pull that one guy too, and I think that might be enough, but again, this is what I mean by it being sloppy. But anyway, so they had this person in the comments, and you know who you are because you comment a lot, and you've been really supportive lately, and it's really awesome. I'll get that at least YouTube name and all that one out. That pointed that out, so that has inspired me. I'm gonna do deeper research, so that at least the other alternative is if we can't play it together, because there's no real kind of bootleg private server way to do it, and if they don't come out with like Burning Crusade Classic in the next, by March or however long it takes us to get there, then okay, here's the other Servant development. Now, if you accidentally destroy that before these guys are ready, you will have to wait for this to respawn, and it takes about as long as a mob does to respawn. So try not... If it's clickable, that means somebody else failed this mission already. Or they just killed this guy without worrying about the actual quest. One of the two. So you just have to be careful that you don't get into that boat. Okay, So we're going to destroy it. But as long as you don't pre-click... I have done that too. I've pre-clicked it. I've done all these mistakes. That's the reason why I know. Pre-clicked it. Freedom! Braveheart! Alright, we will be going into that cave. I believe that's the cave where the demon is. I think it's that one. Alright, 2 more of these to go, and then we'll have the 9 around the rim. These have been spread out. The final 9 are all together. This one, here's another servant. There's the crystal. This one is a little easier, if I remember. Yep. Just a little easier because you can just kill this one guy and pull him over. The third one I think is the hardest. Or at least as hard as the top one was. The first one wasn't that bad. You guys. Should eat another summer bass after this. We're down to 1, and then we'll get that inventory spot cleared out. Gotta remember that I have this light of a loon. It's a good potion to use. I wonder, it says light of a loon, immunity from all damage and spells. Could I use that to and use one of those demonic things? Good question. This also for all damage and spells. I wonder if you can use a demonic thing while having that on there. Okay, this is the second of the servants of Alistarge. Don't know where Alistarge is at. Cool. 1 more to go. Alright, that's gold. We don't need that. We get the last one here, and then we will get the 9 that are around the actual crater. Okay, so where is the stone? Let's see. There's our guy. It's that horde guy right there. There's the stone in the middle of the camp. So I'm going to take this person out up top. And we're going to use this mountain as a way to pull. Yeah, this is the hardest one. Because if you look around, they're so clustered together. I don't see how we can pull this group without needing to fight like at least a 3v1, maybe more. So that is worrisome. We will definitely peel off whichever ones we can. Like, I think I can peel off those, and then that leaves these 4 together. So maybe this adept is far enough away I can pull it. We're gonna go into that one with full resources though, in case it's right. Also keeping in mind that we might have to bubble and run. Okay. This one we should be fine. So clearing this hill, this is our 3rd guy. I think we might be able to pull that adept if I come from the back side. Not 100% sure. I think it might, rather than like doing something crazy, I think it might be easier to just bubble it when things get too tight. Just know we might do that a couple times. We're gonna come over here. Okay, we did pull them. It did call for 3. Didn't pull the whole set. What we've got to do now is ignore. First of all, we cannot. We can't. What was it? I don't know. I could use a potion, regular one. That's a possibility. Oh yeah, I don't want to use this in my land. Demon gonna be coming after. might be able to get out of this with some greediness here. Come on. Why? Stop going. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see what I can do. I gotta keep my eyes on the prize here. Can I? Oh, we gotta use a potion. Okay, can't be greedy anymore. Trying to pull him a little closer. Come on. Very close to being able to cast a heal. There we go. That'll help extend this fight. Yeah, so we got... I guess if we had pulled that guy to it, then I would have just ran and reset. That was not too bad. We ended up having to use one regular health potion. Not too shabby. That gets us the final Servant of Alistar's done. We shouldn't... None of them are as hard as that one. Great. We finished this guy. Okay. Alright, so now the final 9 are all found around the rim of the Dark Portal crater. We're going to go down to the last one first and then work our way around the rim in order. None of them are hard. They're almost all 1v1 type situations that you can pull. The only thing that makes it tricky is that there are these little Fellhound and Fellbeast sentries. They pat constantly. You got to keep your head on a swivel, watch the path. That's all. Some info like this also over here. Ultimately, we're at 271. We need a little help there. Some greens or whatever. Take it. Got that one. Heal myself up. Yeah, I guess we should use a moonberry juice or whatever. Alright, 8 of those to go. I'm not sure. By the time we kill these, it's going to be tight on whether or not we can go back and complete the other guy. Might not happen on this episode. It's going to be difficult anyway. It's not an easy quest. Alright, here's the second one. Okay. This is pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Just look for the servants. There's always one crystal near them. If you mess up, I guess, and pulled the wrong one, as long as you pulled them over to any of the crystals, it'll be okay. Yeah, so I just don't have a lot of great options for DPS. Honestly, I don't on my mage, so... I'm really leaning towards wanting to... The rep makes it to where I probably should use one of my humans. So I guess because I can kite more on the mage is probably better. Alright, so here's where it gets a little tricky. There's another 2 on the back end that are just as easy on that side. We need to watch these guys, watch the paths, and make sure that you pull them in such a way that you can have a swivel for the paths. Sometimes they're gonna aggro past where you're at anyway, and there's nothing you can do about it. This one I think we got good timing. It's already coming back, so I don't know, because you can't pull too far away from here, you know? Let's see, I really want to take this guy down. See, he might aggro on over to me. It's pretty close. No, thank goodness. Okay. We got a thorium bin over there. Let's go grab that. Heal up and go grab this thorium. Yeah, 80. Okay, that's plus that. Just takes long arm thorium. Alright, let's say we just got one. Okay, so that is, we have 12 of 18. We are 2/3 done. Okay, that's 1/3. Now the middle third of the crater is the hardest because you have multiple interlocking or overlapping paths. Just gotta be careful like we did. Just pull them away. Even if you need to, fight them. You can see you have pat, pat, pat. You just gotta kind of fight them far enough away. See, that's gonna pat right on us. No, I want them. He's gonna stop. Good. So he's stopped on that side. There might be another one coming on this side, though. Alright. This is our 4th one. Okay, we also got this. I can use this last one. Cool. Just also gain this little superior mana potion. Good on it. Nice. Okay, 4. We're down to 5 remaining servants. You can see the next one already right now as well. He's right there. He is the middle one, so this is most likely going to be the trickiest one because he has the most overlapping paths. So really, it's just this guy. He is. Yes, we're gonna see. How does that go? I'm gonna wait for him to come near and then start walking back again. So he's fully overlapping. So I just don't want to fight the two of them. Not that I can't. I mean, I totally could. My dad could beat up his dad for sure. Just don't want it. Just don't feel like it. Okay, so you just have to be cognizant of those guys. Be getting out of there. You could time it. I could time that a little better too, but that one's tricky because he's gonna pat no matter what across both ways. All right, this one I think we can pull him off to this side. We don't really have to worry too much about it. Oh, there's another pat right there. I guess you could be safe and watch what they do. You have some overlapping. See how far he goes. Where'd he go? The final 3 will be okay. This one's medium. Okay, so he doesn't pull it too far.
I need to get closer.
But he'll be safe. He's not really gonna mess with us. Dodge me. That guy doesn't even come over this far, so be good. This one actually seems okay. You just have to watch them. What are they gonna do? How are they gonna mess with us? The 6th one. We are now down to the final 3. Now when I did this before on my other characters, I just ended up pulling these stupid paths all the time. It didn't cost me anything. My characters were strong enough to beat one of these guys and those, but I had to be very strategic about how did I pull them, how did I not mess up the Stone of Binding. Alright, so I think if we pull this guy up here, we're not going to aggro the pat. Oh, dang it. No sooner. Okay, so instead what we're going to do here is run and reset these guys. I don't want to. That's too much. Okay. That's cool. So we shook the aggro from the... Shook the aggro from the pat. I just pulled them. I got a little too... too wild when I pulled him. Too close to him to pull. One should pull him. here. Get out of here. Okay, cool, he's dead. 2 to go. Alright, the last 2 are easier because they're up along the hill. You don't have to deal with pats, really. I guess there's some pats going way up there, but you can pull them away from any pats. I'm not looking where I'm going. And my face is glued to my phone. Okay, penalty. Get this one. Just have that last little Tauren servant of Razlik over there. We have I don't know. We have time to give it a try on the demon. I'm just a little bit worried because it's quite hard. It's like this level right. It's like what we're doing right now, but really amped up. Significantly worse. Plus we have some talking we have to do. We have some exploring. We will have to. I mean, we'll put a call out because even if we had one partner, we could easily do it. Maybe with all of my different buffs and stuff, and lay on hands, all that, I might, and the fact that I can kill demons, might be able to pull it off. Is he not? Oh, so he's not showing. He is in his little mode, but he's not showing that he's in it. So I think yeah, he just did it at the last second. Yeah, so that was like a glitched thing, but I took a chance. I noticed he was at exactly 1 HP. I was like, I'm gonna go for it, even though he doesn't have the visual artifact. All right, so we're gonna go sell our stuff. Unfortunately, no repair. You know what? Screw the selling of the stuff. I'm not worried about that. Since we can't repair anyway, who cares? We're just going to march on up and turn into stones that bind us. Did I also do my last spreadsheet, by the way? I didn't. So we have these 2 that I did not do. So that's good. We've completed quite a bit of quests today. That's really good. And we're actually going to complete a lot more because the next few in the chain are quick. Bam, bam, bam. We'll see. I am little sketched out. Now, I don't know that we will be able to do much in Stormwind. I don't think we're going to do much in Stormwind. I think next episode we will, at the end of this one, we'll hearth to Stormwind. And then we will travel out. Following episode, we'll do our traveling, we'll mess around in Ajara, and hopefully get help to kill the person in Ajara. Might take us a little bit of time. Trying and failing. We cannot kite, so maybe because we're tougher with, you know, what's our armor? 3,000 armor, we might be able to, with all of our accoutrements and potions and everything. Even with that, I am extremely skeptical about my ability to beat that 3-headed Hydra. I'm gonna ask for help. That's the whole plan. Okay. So, you go and you talk to the guy and you're like, hey, we did it, we freed your troops, we freed your squadron.
You have done it, adventurer. The poor, tortured souls can finally rest. Our work is not yet over, adventurer. We have much to discuss and much more to accomplish.
Great. Okay, so the stones that bind us that's now been completed, and that is going to open up the Heroes of Old Parts 1 and Parts 2.
You have honored me with your nobility and heroism, adventurer. You have also honored them.
Okay, you've also honored them. We will speak to Thund Splithoof. And who is he talking about? This guy suddenly appears. If you walk away or log out, you can talk to him again and say,
It's hard to imagine
really
that
need
so
to
much
talk
death
to
and
blah,
despair
blah, blah,
could be
and it'll make him
confined to such a
reappear.
small area.
Indeed, you have honored us all. Our thanks alone are not sufficient. Please take from this a relic of old. We no longer have a use for the item. It served you well in your fight against the Legion. You give us the shard of the Splithooves, and he actually gives it to you from this chest, spectral lockbox. You are temporarily blinded by the sparkle and gleam. And it says the fallen hero of the Horde ports to the west. So we just did 2 quests there. Gives you a trinket. It's mana per second and health per second. For 5 seconds. It's basically 1 mana and 1 health per 5 seconds. I like that better than the 1% smots thing. I'm going to use this shard of the Splithooves instead. That was steps 1 and 2 of the Heroes of Old. Bada bing, bada boom. We just picked them up and turned them in. So that's kind of like your small reward for getting this far in the chain. Okay, and now we have a question. See, yeah, you can say I have urgent business with Corporal Splithoof, and then he'll make him reappear. Kirith.
As one chapter of your adventure closes, another one begins. Adventurer. One of my men is still unaccounted for, lost somewhere in the blasted lands. I am talking about Lieutenant Kirith, of course. As I had mentioned earlier, we were both imprisoned and tortured by Alistarge. But poor Kirith. His strength of will faltered. I could hear the experiments from my cage. The tortured screams rang through the halls of the cave. That was the last I saw or heard of Kirith.
Alright, so this is the one I told you about that's tricky. This is the beginning of the elite toughness. The hard ramping up to finishing this zone. He is found inside of this castle, and he is not... in order to make him appear, you must fight elite demon. Okay, so... see if I can say anything in this zone. It's a 58 elite, so it's not as hard as what we will encounter soon. But it's tricky. I mean, I did manage to solo it on both my other characters, my mage and my druid. I didn't have to use any gimmicks on either. I did use a lot of buffs. One of the main problems is that you have to fight your way into this cave, and then the respawn timers on the mobs surrounding the guy are pretty fast. So, however, neither of those characters are as hardy as Glee Contessa, and you're fighting essentially a big elite Fellhound. It does hit pretty freaking hard. We have to go into this mine. It's gonna take us a few minutes to fight our way back in there. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Probably, maybe break the guy's health, for sure. I'll put it out there in case someone wants to come help us out. But I'm not very optimistic. Alright, so now we're in here. We can fight our way in past these cultists. It's a typical little orc cave. You can see some mithril, some thorium. We don't need to do the whole cave, we just need to do the right half. With the... So cool, someone's gonna come help. Awesome, they're right there. So that's good. I will start to clear the path because they're already right here in the zone. Which is pretty good. So that's great. Ow, I just got kicked. Thanks. Alright. They're already going to be here any second. But that's great. With one person helping, we're going to be right as rain. This will be no problem at all. And now I don't have to worry about buffs and things like that. There they are. They might need the quest too, so this might be helpful for everybody else. Oh, they pulled a couple by running in here. So they just ran in straight. And that slowness. Okay. He's hitting. Oh, we got him between the two of us. Probably pull a couple here, yeah. And I think he down. Yeah, her DPS is good, but you know, level 60 hunter, and I don't know what her gear is. That sword she's got is pretty dang cool. Now I'm gonna let myself go down a little bit. Conservative on the mana. Sometimes some guys pad around here, it's kind of annoying. Okay, so we ended up pulling all these guys. That's actually not the way we want to go. Okay. This way. Just pull two. This her DPS is so much better than mine. Ah yes, just hamstring myself with a crash class. Why not? Alrighty. We are almost there. You can see him right back there. Kirith the Damned. He is level 55 elite. Sometimes mobs pat right here. You gotta kind of be careful. Okay, we're gonna pull him back a little bit. Here you go. We have this guy. Yeah, just to clear the area a little bit. Okay. Alright. So, let's go ahead and... I'm gonna eat some buffs here. Yeah, so we're gonna see what we can get. So, luckily... we can pull this guy a little bit here. What else do I got? I don't really think I have any other buffs that I can do. Let's go with... I'm looking at potions. I could do a dense sharpening stone. so he's just saying, use your, like, basically be a healer. Got him. Okay, so we did it. Okay, so it says, Trebor sent you? The cover of darkness. Let us not mince words, human. My time here is limited. You must destroy the triad of power which protects the demon lord Razalith. Doing so will not be as simple as the task as freeing a damned soul, Kirith grins. You see, each of Razalith's underlings wears a third of the amulet of Razalith's creation around their neck. The very same amulet you will need in order to summon the archdemon. Return to Trebor and tell him what is required to summon Razalith. He will be able to instruct you further. Alright, so the spirit that was consumed or had become a demon or something. Luckily with help there, we just crushed that. It was extremely easy. I mean, my DPS was pretty solid. I don't know about the healing needed or whatever, but there's a non-zero chance we could have soloed that with our demon slaying specialty as a paladin. You never know. I don't have that elixir of demon slaying anymore. Dang it. This is what I mean by this respawning. Like, they're already starting to respawn. We haven't been here that long. Okay, so... And I didn't have to use any of my resources, but I could have used some other resources. I could have used, whatever, different potions. I've got these... We got some tubers. Night Dragon Breath left. Demonic Moon. Oh, we got a percussion shotgun. A spirit stam shotgun. It's pretty trash. Alright, now I am gonna bounce with a bubble. Okay, so we did great on time. We're right here at this. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna turn these quests in, and then we're gonna hearth to Stormwind, but we're not gonna do anything in Stormwind. That was the person that helped me, Sergeant Major. That means they do a lot of PvP, which is pretty good gear. Unlike myself, which is mostly greens and a couple blues. I have 5 blues. 5, 6, 7. So I'm 1/3 blues, 2/3. So not even halfway. Alright, so this is pretty cool. So we did complete Kirith, and that allowed us to pick up Cover of Darkness. And we're going to go turn that in right now and pick up Demon Hunter. So picking up Cover of Darkness, where he's telling us, hey, if you want to be able to defeat this guy, if we want to, it says we have to destroy the Triad of Power that's protecting Razalith. Razalith is the guy that took over all these guys in the area. He's also the person that's kind of running the Blasted Lands now. We need to each get 1/3 of the amulet for his creation. That will allow us to summon the Archdemon. So this is quite a quest line.
The Demon Lord displays a cunning almost as calculated as his brutality, adventurer.
Okay.
The Triad is protected by Razalik. In exchange for their servitude, Razalik granted each of them nearly unlimited power within the Blasted Lands. The amulet pieces are each attuned to the life force of their owner, granting them immortality. As long as they remain within the Blasted Lands, they cannot be slain. Their lifespans extended until the end of days. There is one who may be able to assist you further, adventurer. Travel to Ajara and find the demon hunter, Lorimus Thalapides. Search the islands.
Okay, so we're going to be going to find a demon hunter. So this is cool. It's crazy that we don't even get to have demon hunter as a class for such a long time. And they're existing all the way from Classic. Here's another one, Lorimus, that we're going to fight. We are going to go to Stormwind, and next time when we're there, we're going to learn our level 60 powers. We are going to do all of the Ajara questing. We'll do the part that's easy to travel there, easy to solo, and then we're going to hopefully find someone to help us in Ajara. So, thank you everybody so much for watching and listening and tuning in. We are on track, on pace for completing this zone in just a couple more episodes. I'll see everybody on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. Like, subscribe, all those things. This episode's in the pipe 5x5.